All right then, welcome everybody to the stream for this evening. It's been a while. I've been a busy boy. I have, quite honestly, I've just not been home. So I would have streamed. I actually did plan on attempting to try and stream, but while I was gone, but unfortunately, didn't really pan out because busy. My camera is off to the wrong side. Let's fix that a little, shall we? It's been a while since I actually don't know what all my settings are like. Nope, that's not what I'm looking. There we are. Sometimes, a lot of the time, I really don't like Windows search. Need to fix that. Okay. That's fine. One little bit of hair is getting on my nose. All right, let's play some Lotro. It's been a little while. I actually completely forgot there was a stat squish, so I've just gone and looked at some of my stats. I logged in just to kind of check where I was, and then I was like, wait a minute, there's a stat squish. Let me go check Feyrand. Feyrand is 42,000 morale currently, which is fine. We were like at 100k just under before the stat squish, and the fact that I have a 140 here with Skarshu, who admittedly isn't like the best geared, but I'd probably say my third best geared character. So Tarvelard is obviously best geared. Renaborn, actually no, I'd say this is my second best character because he just gets the hand-me-downs of Tarvelard. But hey, thank you for the resub. How you doing? But yeah, I think it's actually quite impressive that my second best geared character, because again, Renaborn I want to say is better geared, but he actually kind of isn't, because Tarvelard always gets the best gear, like delvings and whatever, and everything else gets hand-me-downed to Skarshu because it's just don't look at the Remichank gear, because it's just hand-me-down stuff. And boy, that's I'm so used to the high, like 10,000 vitality that seeing, you know, under 1,000 vitality is pretty scary, but also then I have to realize that everything's been scaled down. So fingers crossed we don't have any issues. We are currently on the Trail of Rust questline, which basically takes us through mostly it starts over in Felaggoth, then we come over to here to Loglon, then over to here, Lake Town, do the murder mystery stuff, which again is one of my favorite quest lines in the game. I don't know why, I just love it. And then we come up to Dale, and then I presume we go to Erebor, and then we do some stuff. And then I think if I remember correctly, it's like maybe up here, or it might be up here somewhere. I actually don't think I fully finished this quest line before, but anyway, should be pretty easy, and we might start it with another character, but this is leading us onto the Tracery 106 legendary box just to help Feyrand out a little bit. Yes, I am alive. Barely. No, I'm hoping now that the school, like holidays and everything are over, that we should be able to get a little bit more time put towards this. I was basically away. I think I don't think I fully mentioned it, but I did mention it a little while back that basically I was sort of last minute was told, hey, in like a week or two, I need you to go to a completely, like, you know, it's a good couple of hours away, and stay over there for a week or so, and you're going to be away. And then it was supposed to be like this week or like the week after now, and then suddenly last minute it got put as like, nope, we need you over there like now. So I was from Monday I was gone basically. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I got back quite late Thursday and just slept, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday I also worked. So I did a good like 60 hours last week on top of travel. So that's why I've not streamed. I haven't even played Lotro. I brought my laptop. Like my laptop didn't have. No, it did have Lotro on. I like installed a load of stuff on my laptop, and it was like, I'm gonna go play Lotro in there. And then every night I got back and just immediately slept. So Yeah, and I might have to do it again. Woo. It's always fun. I actually don't know what I'm doing. How's Burglar these days? So I actually don't know. Burglar is a character that I really enjoy. It's actually like, I've said this before, I really enjoy playing stealth classes. And in fact, Burglar was my very, very first class. I played in Lotro, but I didn't really understand the mechanics because they were slightly different back then. I haven't played it since the stat squish because, again, I've been away since the stat squish showed up. So I'm actually curious on, like, damage, but I have to remember that I'm obviously 140, so there's no surprise that I one-shot them. But, like, 50k damage, I need to, like, readjust mentally to morale, I think, and stats, because I like how me getting them to leave is me just straight up killing them. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, I played through Burglar, can't remember when. I played through another Burglar, I think on Anor or Shadowfax, and I didn't really have too much issues on that either. But again, I don't know how Stat Squish has affected the whole thing. I actually, again, River Hobbit, I have not experienced yet. I'm actually curious. So Stout Axe is what I went with because... so I have this weird thing with Burglar where I don't like the idea of a Burglar being a man or an elf. Just because, for me, a Burglar being a shorter class or a shorter race makes sense. That said, my very first class or very first character was a man Burglar, and I do still have technically that character and will be playing through him again, probably in my own time. But Stout Axe kind of was my good go-to, and good thing about Stout Axe is they actually do get a dagger damage, but it's only 1%. So I'm curious what River Hobbit is. 5%? Okay, so River Hobbit would be the best for that then. Oh, interesting. So River Hobbit, just looking at the wiki briefly, River Folk, it 25 plus 25%, or not 25%, plus 25 fishing skill. And they get Hobbit Silence, which is just generic. Spear and dagger damage. Interesting. And then Return to Lindleby, which you can only get at 125, which makes sense, but that's interesting. So if I were to make another Burglar, I would go with... yeah, I would go with River Hobbit. Though, to be fair, I've never purposefully... Like, I think Feyrand is the only character that I very specifically said, I am going to go for, like, the meta, like, race combination for it, if that makes sense. So, everything else, I think I've just lucked into. So, I was saying about the 1% you get for dagger damage with here. Right, I never purposely... I didn't know that. I just didn't want to be a hobbit, quite frankly, and I wanted to be a dwarf in a shorter class. But I don't think dwarves can be... yeah, I don't think dwarves can be burglars, or at least not used to be. This is back before the change. Oh, there's the old clothes. I thought it would be inside. I'm having a real struggle with this quest. But yeah, it's nice to get back to playing some Lotro. I do love... a little bit of... I think it was nice to kind of take a little bit of a break, but I was wanting to play it. But yeah, I haven't been on. I have noticed, though, keeping up with, like, Twitter and whatever, that... I don't know if it's, like, the 6th or the 8th. I don't know if it's, like, tomorrow after the reset and stuff, or server restart. But I did notice that there's the cat. We have the whole VIP gold gift like every single day, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to have to try and remember to log in every single day on my 2 characters, or my 2 accounts that are VIP. Because, I don't know. If I want a virtue experience, that's probably my best way of doing it. And I think I can probably just go and get it on Feyrand. Oh, it's Talabella instead of Feyrand, because Feyrand still has some slayers to do. Which is something that, like, if I wasn't gone, I kind of hoped I was going to be able to get that done by now. That was kind of my plan, is to get those slayers done. But because I've not been around, it's not really been on my on my list. I will be curious to see how... I mean, in theory, the stats are just lower, but the damage is the same, right? Like, the, like, percentage of damage. So if I, let's say, one attack did 10% of an enemy's health, it will still do 10%. It's just the number will physically be lower. So we're not doing, like, 4 billion morale for raid bosses, which I think is good. It's just something I've got to get used to. Have I played Echoes of Angmar? I have not. I have known people that have. It's just not really something that interests me, quite honestly. I think it would be like one of those things where if I streamed it, I could be like, oh, cool, I'm streaming it, and like people might watch. But it's just not. I just don't really care. It's quite frankly. I haven't got the nostalgia for that era of Lotro. And from what I understand, it is a lot more like group focused. And due to that, I'm very much a solo player, so I don't think I've ever really, like, I don't know, just doesn't really appeal to me. I think me saying I don't care is probably a bit harsh. I just like, I think it's cool having that. I think that is what the Legendary servers should have been, probably. Is having like a legitimate, hey, this is like classic, like WoW classic style thing. I think that's what people wanted, rather than just, I feel like they're struggling with ideas. They were talking about making another Legendary server, and I really don't know what they're going to do for it, because I feel like the, oh, you have slightly more or slightly less experience rate. It's just kind of a bit of a tired thing. Like, it doesn't, I don't know, I don't think it's going to appeal to people the fourth time over. So I don't know. Why am I struggling so much to find these suspicious Dale folk? I am tabbing my way around. I found suspicious, or not suspicious, I found concerned Dale folk. Yeah, I think if I had a group, or if I was more of like an actual... I'm not really a huge group player, as is, you know, coordinating and stuff like that. It's just a bit difficult sometimes. I think if I was more of a group player, I think it would be more up my alley, but yeah. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I know what's going on, obviously. I'm just trying to find the enemies. They do not want to seem to spawn. This would be like the one time I have another player also attempting to do this. And it's going to be a problem. My tab key is going to be broken by the end of this. I know there's a guy over here, but I don't want to have to wait for him every single time. Cool, done. The fact that he's respawned should mean the other guys have respawned. I just honestly don't remember where they were. I found them, never mind. So it feels like 3 and 1, or 2 and 1, and then like you go around, find the other stuff, and then you kill the others. Now, technically, if I one-shot this guy, the other guy shouldn't attack me. Yeah, that should be fine. And then we have to give the requested items back, and I'm at the perfect spot for that, so that's really nice.
Greetings.
I have your cat. I don't actually know what you want. A cat, toy, and clothes.
Let us speak.
Wooden warhorse. Okay, so we're gonna work out. Did the other guy have the cat or the clothes?
At last, one who
Oh, the other guy had the cat. I was right, and I didn't even know it. I think I have done this quest. I just don't think I read which one goes back to the other players. Because I remember doing the Lake Town one and going back to it, and then going back through the Falagoth stuff. I do like that it's got the whole long, it's one long quest line, but you do several sub quest lines inside it. So, you know, the murder mystery, it's not the name of it, but it's just what I call it. But like the murder mystery is its own standalone thing, but it's also, you have to do it to do the Trail of Rust, Trail of Rust, not trial. So you should be in the thingy. Yeah, with the stat squish, I am very curious to go around all of my characters and have a look at sort of where they stand. It might also give me, not necessarily an excuse, but I think having stat changes happen, I might try and do a bit more grinding for gear, potentially. Speaking of grinding for gear, I should get a quest, a gear piece at the end of this. So that would be interesting. Just check that that is... Yeah. Yeah, there should be, if I remember correctly, a... is it chest plate? It's either chest plate or trousers, I want to say, that we have... that we get from the second to last quest in this quest line. I was doing a big old like look at it because we've got the, I think it's the elves for the agility stuff. So we have to get elves rep, but that's fine because it's all bound to account, so we can just trade it. So elves rep, and then a couple quests like here and there. And I do like that system of kind of having part here, part there. And it's better for us because getting that gear is not difficult. I think there's one piece of, I think it's like a cloak that we can't get, but we'll work on that. That's fine. I think there's a cloak we were going to go for. I think there's one piece of jewelry we can't get. Can't 100% remember. But it's easier for us to get that gear than it is going to be for us to do like the raid and like tier 2 and stuff. Just because it's not really, I feel like Abyss isn't a raid I see many people sort of advertising. So... I just feel like I'm not going to... Like, Throne I see occasionally. But, yeah, Abyss, I don't really see that much. So, if I can essentially get... It's exactly the same stats, or at least it was. I don't know if it's changed now. But they were both the same stats. The only difference was the set bonuses. And quite frankly, the set bonuses... At least for Warden, it feels quite negligible if you're not necessarily doing the raid content. Because it's like, oh, one more damage over time burst. Like, fine. Yeah, I'll go for it. But I normally have killed an enemy by then. Oh, I was going to say, I didn't know if I could get away with it. Not that it's difficult. So it should be down here, and then there was a bunch of enemies down here as well. I think I came over to this area. So I did a couple bits of this off stream like ages ago, setting myself up and doing some of it. I don't know if it was this zone, or I think it might be down here-ish that I like cancelled some quests or something. Nice thing is I can just walk through, and once I've killed the enemies I need to kill, then we can just carry on and just... You know what? You're a hostage. Never mind. You can go, sort of thing. Don't mind all these guys here. Am I done yet? Yeah, just free refugees. Shall good. So all the warriors I don't need to kill. So I do still need to find marauders specifically, which is both fine and a little bit annoying, but nee. Wait, is someone else here? Oh, there is someone else here. I will let them do what they want to do. I will leave them. Oh wait, I still have one refugee. Never mind. Okay, so this one here isn't actually... like specifically something we have to do, and then this one as well. Like these aren't ones we have to do, but I don't know if it gives us reputation, because it is giving us Men of Dale rep, which isn't really a big deal. It is one of those things where I would like to get more rep up, because Men of Dale is will, I want to say, because dwarves is agility. Wait a minute, is this okay? Sorry, elves is agility, dwarves is might, and then Dale is Men of Dale as well. Yeah, so it's one of those things of like, I do have 2 other completionists, which I might carry. Like, I've kind of not really done much with them as of late, but I might jump on at some point and try and do a bit more of, because they are very casual. I might just get rid of that one for now. So if I ever get to this point and I want to get 115 gear and I actually do that, having that ability is a little bit nicer. Oh, the one class that I can afford to jump off and I still don't pay attention. Oh, this is the... Wait, is this the camp that I did? Yeah, this is the camp. To be fair, I've killed a lot of people by fall. I know exactly where it was, though. It was next to Killadle. Assuming I'm thinking of the same place. I think I'm thinking of the same place. So I'm killing and doing weapons and stuff? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's not so bad now because they made it, like, a little bit more forgiving about falling. Or at least in terms of breaking your legs. I don't know if they've actually... With that, I don't know if they actually affected the... like, what drop equals a death sort of situation. I hate how loud that is. I think that's why I didn't do the quest in the end. Also, I don't know why I stealthed. I didn't mean to stealth. I meant to use aim. Never mind. Nothing's going on. Don't worry about it. There we go. You did. It's weird that I'm getting Anorian stuff. I just got a Doomfold Sealed Wax, which fine. That makes sense for this level. And then Anorian Sealed Wax. It's like you get drops for Riddermark. I want to say it's Riddermark. Scroll cases, and I'm like, why are they part of the drop? Give me a sec. I mean, I don't need to do this one. I just need to kill the 12 enemies. I don't know why I read it as 13. That was weird. And I need to just do the 10 weapons, which isn't so bad. I like how I went from being like, oh, I want the rep, to I don't really need to do it, do I? Not that big a deal, I swear. It's not really. If any character is going to be like Kindred, it's going to be the character that we are Kindred with everything so far. I think the only thing I'm not Kindred with at the minute that like I just haven't bothered with on Feyrand is the Ale Association, because I just don't know if I can be bothered to deal with the like the plus and minuses situation. I know there's something in Mordor similar, but I think if I remember correctly, you can focus on one first and then lock it in, and I don't think it goes down after that. So I could be wrong about that. You know what? I know I've been away, but why did he have to taunt me with my favorite cloak, and also in black as well, which is probably, if I ever got this cloak, and I honestly, my one hope for the next expansion is the ability to have a cloak like this. I'm not even lying. Oh, wait, I can't attack him. He had to wear it in the color that I would choose as well. He used his sorcery to escape. I definitely don't think he did. I have a feeling death is not a sorcery technique, or whatever you'd call it. Just saying. I can't remember there is one cloak from the like Angmar Reborn or whatever it's called, that I really like. What is it? Cosmetic Back. And then just go by item ID and go to the end. There is a cosmetic cloak I like, not this one. Red Veil? Yeah, this one. That's like the closest I can find. I don't think it works well on Dwarf. It's like too short. I don't like cloaks on the shorter classes because they're just like very stubby. But if I could get rid of the red, I don't even think with the red, I think it looks fine. What was my like favorite dye that so for ages it was Evan in blue, and then it was steel blue, I think, which is kind of just the default. And there was another one that I recently found that looks really good, at least in my opinion. I can't remember what it is though. I mean, Moria Silver is that, like, if I wanted it on fair end, probably what we'd go with to fit. I kind of want to do that though. I don't even know how to get Moria Silver. I think it's a Yule thing. Yeah. Or I can get it from delving chests. Haha. Clearly, the only reason I'm going to do delvings now is to get that. I do have a die carryall, a large die carryall. So, I have floated the idea around of how I want to get, because I think there's less than 50 dies total. I kind of want to go and get like a stack of each die. However, I don't really want to spend mithril coins to do that. So if I can get them from delvings, I don't hate the idea. Do I have a war steed on here? I do have a war steed. That's fine. Sorry, I just have to check a check something. I don't even know who that is. Why is that? I have to prove something to Ghost real quick. Such a trek. If only I was a hunter. And then we could be there by now. Or I could spend mithril coins, but honestly, never. Not gonna spend mithril coins. I've already explained like many times how mithril coins have such a higher value to me than lottery points, but like I don't think unless there was something really, really, really awkward about it, I don't think there's any quest that I've done so far that I would mithril coin there. I have in the past used mithril coins for stable masters, but that's more like this is a one-time only kind of situation, whereas with stable masters, if it's an awkward place to get to or it really takes forever and I kind of just need to quickly do it. I think I did it during one of the anniversary things where I was just kind of a bit more on a time limit. At least I've unlocked it then. Which is something. Oh, I actually haven't thought about... oh, it's so weird. I'm like, wait a minute. I have 261 damage. To be fair, I actually think I need to reforge. I haven't got my VIP thing either. That's fun. Yeah, I do actually think I need to reforge. If that's 136, I don't think I've reforged. We can tell this by 475. Yeah, it's 490 at the minute, right? I need to do a big old mission run through and get some, you know, heraldries and stuff, because I have a lot of purples. I think I got to 140 and just completely redid them as purples and then just said, you know what, we'll leave it like that for the minute. And whatever else is an upgrade at that point, right?
Brune keeps mainly to himself.
Hey, Bryn, I want to tell you a story. He ran away. You foolish Doubtex. No, that's totally not what that child sounds like, but it's what I sound like, maybe. I imagine my character sounds like that. He is a dwarf, so I don't know. Look for the guard on this southern bridge. I actually, real quick, want to just have a look. The Weeping Warrior. There's an instance. Oh, wait a minute. I do think I remember this one. Is this where we technically meet Karazgar? I'm pretty sure I thought this was a different quest earlier, but there's a quest where we like follow him through some like grassland area. And then after the Weeping Warrior, I think we just go to Erebor, or at least there might be a quest line in between. The wiki kind of doesn't really say. It just says, quest below take place in Erebor. Hi.
Yes?
Hi. Oh, no, not bye. Hello again. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 technically quests, plus whatever the in-between is. Okay, so this is the quest I thought it was. My friend agrees with me. Who is your friend? I might just do a /follow and just like leave it there. And I was about to say, and immediately it's just gonna, you know, I'm pretty sure I killed you a minute ago. Not gonna lie. The burglar only just tried to kill me. I succeeded. I think you'll find. Well, keep your distance. I will hold my quarrel with you. Wait, I will hold my quarrel with you. Your ideas of uniting Dale and Rune. There's no time for that now. We must complete your training. I'm not gonna lie, I think you look cooler without the mask. I'm just saying. The only reason I have a mask on this character, or like a helmet, is because I've said this before. The plumed hat is one of my favorite hats. Kind of more for like jokey reasons nowadays, but I do like the plumed hat, and I have it cosmetically. Oh, we do meet Karazgar. I have recently, not even recently, it was a while back, but there was for a while I used it, and then I'm like, nah, I prefer like seeing the head of my character. However, I think with burglars it kind of fits the theme of like, you know, having the helmet or the mask. Otherwise, he's fine. He's got a majestic mustache and a beard, kind of. But yeah. What do you say about Smaug? Smaug, Scartha, Thvingar, Hrimil, and Frothier.
Who was that? Though I can barely.
Yeah, everybody else at the minute, as far as I'm aware, doesn't wear a helmet. I've always been kind of opposed to like proper plate helmets, and I know like, I don't know. Yeah, I just don't like them. I think some can look cool. I just don't think I'd wear them in game. I can appreciate them, but it's not really something I'm like super into. Yeah, it used to just be hats. At least with the plumed hat, you got it straight away, and it didn't matter because you like almost immediately got a better one. Especially considering I make a lot of high elves, and they also get better ones. Burglar is a class I don't know if I'll make another one. Like, I do have another one, which is my original man burglar. He is like level 13 or something. I do think if I was to make another one, it would be a river hobbit just for the 5% extra damage. Not that I, again, have really like cared that much about the extra like 5% that some classes get.
My brother has forgiven me. I
I am right
more
concerning
expert on
dragons. Yeah.
dragons.
Oh, it did that weird
I know
mouse
some
thing.
who are.
Hasn't done that for a while. Yeah, I don't know. I've got one character slot at the minute, so I need to go through and have a little bit of a purge with some of them. But I do think I'll make a river hobbit. I just don't know what I want to do it. I would definitely say Lotro is worth getting into. 105 was what, about 6 years ago? Right? So 2017, November 2017 was Mordor, right? So it's been a while, give or take. A lot of has happened. So the cap is now 140. So not actually that bad when you think about it, considering, you know. But we have just had a stat squish, so stats are a little bit more manageable. You're not having like 1 million morale or 4 billion morale. I don't think it was 4 billion. I think it was like 1 billion morale on a raid boss at tier 5. You know, this is not best in slot, but like pretty high up there end game gear, and it's only like 300 agility compared to like 11,000, which is what it was before the stat squash. Champ, I don't think Champ's changed, but we had a lot of like Guardian changes, Bjorning change, Captain Bjorning. Has the Bjorning change happened? I don't know. New expansion coming soon-ish. New race just came out, which is River Hobbit. New class coming out as well, which is Mariner. Brawler has come out, which is another class. I quite enjoyed my Brawler, actually. I haven't really played too much of him recently, but Brawler was a weird one when it first came out for me. But because I felt with Brawler, they didn't know what they wanted it to be. It was like heavy, but it was like not a tank, but it didn't really feel like it was. No, I think it was supposed to be a tank. I can't actually remember.
All is well.
It always felt weird. It felt like they didn't know what they were doing with Brawler. I still don't know if they know what they were doing with Brawler, but I'm having fun with it when I do play it. I'm just very excited for
Stay a moment. Hear my word.
for Rune. Yeah, I thought it was melee DPS, but then I'm pretty sure there was a lot of like tanky gear put for it. But that could have also just been champion. I know there was an issue with like captain gear, like will gear, heavy will gear dropping, I think, at some point. I could be wrong about that.
Long live Thorin Stonehelm, king under the
That might be something else I'm thinking of.
How I love the ringing of Wolfhammer.
Makes me interested what Mariner's going to end up being. But yeah, all in all, generally a lot of stuff has changed, I think, for the better. Also on top of that, since you had last been here, is the fact that the free-to-play changes happened. So up until Helm's Deep is now completely free for free-to-play characters. VIP get all but the newest expansion. I think starting a new character is probably like it's really easy now, like catching up. So like if you want to, that is obviously, like if you want to relearn stuff, but if you want to like catch up, it's not actually that difficult. I never suggest like catching up, but if you've already been to 105, getting to 105 isn't too difficult. Like really, like in terms of time, because like the newest mini expansion, which was before the Shadow, is now a level 1 to 35 ish, 32. With like actually well gear. Yeah, so up to Helm's Deep is free, including all the expansions. So Riders of Rohan, Moria, Mirkwood, you know, Isengard, that's all free. The quest packs in between those are free. The only thing is any expansion after that is not. So it's kind of difficult. So the way it works is everything that was released from release of the game to Helm's Deep is free. So we have had like Yondershire, which is a level 20 zone, Wildwoods, which is a level 50 zone, Angle of Mythithal, which is a 45 zone. Those were released like last year or two. But because they were released after Helm's Deep, they're not part of it, which I feel is a bit weird, but I understand why they've done it. That's generally the way I go now, though, is Swanfleet. So Swanfleet and that whole zone, Cardalin, you know, up to 32. Mythithal at 45. Moria is like a pretty easy way to, you know, be geared. Yondershire gear lasts you a good 20 levels. up to the Mythithal gear. So overall, it's just a lot better. Oh, I can get a ton of motes. I've just remembered. I might do that. I need to go like motes obtaining. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. So right now we have Concerning Dragons, but we have to complete the Under the Mountain quest line, which is this one, I think, or is it this one? No, that's 115. That's Dwarfhold stuff. So I want to actually get rid of that for the minute. But yeah, like I said, there's been a lot of like good changes that like not even just myself, but like a lot of people have been asking for a long time. I want to check Under the Mountain launcher. Under the Mountain. It makes the game a lot easier to like get into as well. It was a little bit difficult sometimes to tell people, hey, you should play, and then be like, oh, you're gonna have to like either grind out lottery points, or you're gonna have to, you know, get VIP or whatever to get all the expansions. So I think in the last few years they've done a pretty good job. Oh, actually, speaking of jobs, I don't know how this is what I thought of. What is the code for this week? Because I just remembered. Oh, I really don't care enough about that. Because I was thinking like, oh, what if they also changed? They changed the store, obviously. And I was like, oh, what's the code? It's run fast. I really don't care about it. I'm not going to lie. I don't think a 10% run speed boost to 6 hours is that impressive. For me, I don't care enough about run speed boosts. Still worth checking. I feel like a lot of my classes, like I go for high elf and I always have that 10% anyway, a lot of the time. So, I don't know, it's just one of those meh things. I need to now check. So, I've got 2 quests from you, Nath and Drary. Okay, so it is you guys. Cool. I'm going to be here forever. I can bet you, because this quest line, for some reason I have memories about this quest line specifically. Not like because I was doing the whole Trail of Rust stuff, but because this is, you know, a lot of quests in close proximity together, you know, and you can get a lot of experience, and like you get some gear. Like this gear is pretty good, you know. And I remember on multiple streams, I have done streams where I've been here for like what feels like forever, just trying to find like specific dwarves and stuff, and really struggling. Because it's another one of those areas where it's got a big map and it doesn't show you actually where stuff is. So you've got to just run around tabbing a lot. Or not even tabbing, pressing delete a lot. Fingers crossed. It's better this time? I'm guessing. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. As I said. I've got to remember as well, some of them are outside, which you don't really think of because you've got to go through 2 separate zones kind of to get outside. So you've got this zone, then you go out, and then you go out again, and it's a bit of a pain. So I know that the healing drafts we've got, I'm sure I can find one more dried cloak very, very close to us. You've also got the annoying of the bark paper pages and stuff. I might pick it up just to make sure it's not there if I start struggling. But some of the smiths are outside, I know that much. We're going to have to kill some enemies out front, which is also fine. And the crude stones as well is pretty easy. You just run through. The difficulty with that quest is by having enemies attack you. But being 25 levels over, nothing attacks us, so it makes life a whole lot easier. I've also just remembered that Mordor is where the whole page thing starts. And obviously, our next, like, once we're done with our gear on Faerand at 105, which is essentially just the earrings now, and then finishing off essences, once that's done, we're on to Mordor, right? Which is fine. There's 10 levels there. We know our gear strategy already for the most part. I just need to get tracery tokens, which is going to be my slight issue, but I think as is, we'll survive. Oh, never mind. That's also another thing, actually, that has changed in the last few years, is the Legendary system, which, in my opinion, is better. I know some people still have sort of nostalgia for the old system. I think I have nostalgia for the old Legendary system, but I think the current Legendary system is better. Yeah, Dol Amroth is an interesting one. So you don't... so legendary system is like completely different. So this is what it looks like now. You get traceries from completing quests, and you also get like these boxes. So I get tracery 106 uncommon. So that's based on my thing, and it's a luck one. You can then deconstruct them into ancient script, which you can spend on traceries if you have the tokens for them. So you can get uncommons and rares without any tokens. But if you get special like legendary tokens and incomparable tokens throughout doing certain quests and stuff, and then you can spend them on there. That's kind of the main thing. And then you get enhancement runes, which you use to upgrade them, which I need to go find all mine because I only have 2, and I'm not going to use them on my 450s because I'd rather update them first. There's no point in my 400s going up until I just get a 131 to 150 one, which I think is very confusing. People seem to still get confused about the fact it says 131 to 150 because 140 is the max level. But that's just because you don't want it to immediately stop working. Did I jump down and then immediately walk back up? I meant to stay down there, I'm pretty sure. Because I was trying to find... Oh no, so I found the cloaks. That was, I think, why I was down here. And then the rest I think I have to go outside for. I just need to give these in over here. I think. I don't know. I still actually have to farm some Dol Amroth stuff. I still haven't done the dailies for the deeds and stuff. I think I only have like 2 or 3 left. It's just annoying that you can only do 6 per day. And like, I'm weirdly OCD about it because let's say there's 8 things and I have like 4 left, right? So I've done 4 one day and I do 4 the next day. I'm gonna not use my extra 2 because I want it to break down equally. So if like I've got 2 8s, I'm not going to do 6 and then 4 and 2 and then 4. I'd rather just do 4 4 4 4, which is a really dumb way of doing it because I'm spending more time for no reason. But I don't know. Oh hey, I always got confused by that random hey, you can go back to Mordor thing. So I guess it being 115, maybe it makes sense to be able to go closer to Abyss. But then why don't you just go in here and go into Abyss? I don't understand these things. That's for the raidy people. I might put treasure tracking on. Oh. Okay, so there should be 2 smiths out here that I can chat with. One over there. So that's those 2 done. The crude stones are up across this bit, which is up by the Durin's Day thing, which I need to remember to do again. Let's get rid of that. And then what do I need to do? So 14 boars and 14 venison. So I need to find a good spot for that. I think there's a few around here that we can get. Fingers crossed we're maybe lucky. I should also try and stay stealthed as much as I can while I'm off my horse, just because it is technically faster. I find it funny that, you know, by default, going into sneak is slower. I think it's a 30% slower or something like that. Actually, I can't remember fully. Actually, I don't know. Either way, you're slower. But then you add in... I can actually work it out. I just realized. Stealth movement. I'm up by 22.5. Oh. Are you not slower by default? Or is that changed? I actually think it was 10%, I want to say, for some reason. I know you're supposed to be slower. I'm adding in plus 22.5% and... Okay, never mind. I clearly don't know what I'm on about. I was going to say, you don't give me venison. I'm not going to be able to find anything. I mean, at least I'm going this path. I know at least vaguely where I'm going. Okay. Some crude stones. I'm curious if I can get on my horse and do this, though. Should be nice. Hey, that's something. I guess another thing I want to have a look at. Do we know what the No, there isn't like a downtime notice or stuff. I'm gonna guess there's no like huge upgrade tomorrow. Especially if they've just released. It'll probably just be like bug fixes. It's funny though. I looked at this whole quest line because obviously I I went on the wiki and I went, oh, to get this item I need to complete this quest. And then you look at the quest and not thinking about it, I looked at the quest on the wiki and it goes, oh, you need to do Trail of Rust, right? And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like I think it says there's like 23 quests or something in the quest line. And I went, oh, that's really easy. We can probably get like 3 or 4 of that done. Not remembering that, you have to do this subset of quests to get into this section and vice versa, carrying on and carrying on and carrying on. So I have 11 characters I need to do this whole quest line on, and this is like one small section. So at least for someone like Kestor, who is vaguely at this level, at least with this, I will be leveling up alongside it. It's going to take me longer because the advantage again is that I'm not getting attacked by enemies, but at least I'll be gaining gear and gaining, experience and stuff, which is something, I guess. Are you gonna drop me stuff? You are. Interesting how I haven't found any boars yet. I'm assuming there's somewhere else. It feels so slow. Maybe I'm just not noticing them because I'm not looking like on the map, or I can't see the trivial stuff. Feral battle cat. I really wish it was not specifically boars. If it was wolves, for some reason, like the wolf pelts, that'd have been great. Because I would have tons by now. I've not seen a single boar. I do think the boars are more like out here-ish. Is more just trying to find enemies whilst I was around. This would be another reason why Hunter's going to be useful for quests like this because of the tracking skills. So, that's a goat. That's not what I wanted. I'll try and keep an eye out. Ideally, it would be daytime because I can just see a little bit better. Are you going to drop me one? You don't even count. That's annoying. A doe is a deer. I know why, because it's only got 1 morale, but it is, it would be venison. I'm just saying. Normally venison is like the last thing I get. Whenever there's a quest like pick up this hide, this meat, whatever, like it's always venison that is the last one. So if I end up getting all the venison before I even see a boar, I'm going to be quite surprised. Probably won't be by the time I see a boar. But I definitely think there's a high chance it'll be the first of the 2 that I complete. And then we got to find all the lovely, lovely rune carvers. Because I am worried I'm going to just not find them at all. I feel like there's going to be one that just isn't where I think he is. And then I'm going to look it up and then he's going to suddenly appear. I think the game just does that to me sometimes. Just to spite me. Okay. My thought of actually seeing... not seeing a boar until I've completed the venison is starting to come true. I'm on 12 out of 14. I'm sure if I go slightly up this hill, I'm going to find the other two. I would not be surprised. Oh, there's one. Okay. It's fine. It's not a problem. Because all of it is progress. No matter the order we do it in, progress is still progress. I just kind of wish it wasn't so awkward to me to find these guys. Okay, that's where I came down from. That's not what I wanted to do. I kind of want it to hold out on me. I kind of want it to not have the 14th one. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. Apparently, I got 2 bits of venison from that last one, so the quest completed. Never mind. I am now just fully on the lookout for boar. Of course it would do that. I totally just wanted it to be like, nah, you're not getting your 14th one. I would have, because it's right there, but... Oh, I'm stuck on the thing. You're a bear. Boar, finally! Now I found one, they're all gonna suddenly drop. And also, I'm kind of hoping, like there, that I get 2 drops. I feel like with boars, you're more likely to get 2 drops than, like, venison. Venison feels like a rarer item, if it was gonna have a rarity. I don't know why. I feel like sometimes the passive animal items would be rarer, because you're not just accidentally having them attack you all the time. It's a ball there. Nope, never mind. It's a battle cat. I don't know my animals. Seriously, where are they? Nope. Don't let this be the quest we're stuck on. Though, to be fair, you know, I was talking about getting stuck in there looking for dwarves, so I'd rather be outside, at least trying to find, you know, a specific type of enemy than running around trying to find a specific dwarf. Maybe it's not worth getting on my horse. So far, we've seemingly got 2 from every single one. So hopefully that continues, and I'm not just jinxed myself by mentioning it. Because that would be a nice little consolation. Are they really going to notice if I bring back a lynx meat instead of boar? Are they that knowledgeable? Is this old chest what I think it is? Yeah, there's like some old... I don't actually know what it is, because you can infinitely pick it up from there. But there's that old chest which has like a note in it. I think you gotta like find a couple notes. I actually don't know what it is. I might look it up. A clue in the quest chain, the secret stone. Why does the secret stone sound familiar to me. Why? Does it have a reward or something? There is a quest, I swear, related to that quest line. And if we can still do it, that'll be nice. Oh, it's a goat. The key and the keyhole. So, assuming it's like kind of like an ARG situation, but not really. It's like an in-game thing, like just a treasure hunt. It doesn't have to be an ARG. In theory, we can just do it if we know all the answers. So I'm really curious if I do Secret Stone, like, can we just pick up that quest? In order to be eligible for this quest line, you must have completed Introduction Northern Mirkwood. Auto surgeon old time on the bench by the west. Okay, cool. Discussion of this quest can be... Okay, so we don't actually need to worry about the discussion or anything like that if it's already been completed. If we can just, like, know the answers. Collect the Dusty Tome, talk to Thorin. Cool. Then it's... Because, again, we're going to have to do this for a goat. So, like, mounts in this game. We have to go for it. Find the lost pages of the tome, so we know where they are. We can just run around getting them. That's fine. Find the lost pages. Cool. Find a clue in Nud Melik, so it's going to send us back to Moria. So that's fine. Find someone who knows about the flower sketches. So find them. So this will be pretty easy to do, like, almost straight away, I would think, with Feyrand, because we've got to go Moria to Lothlorien. We have, like, travel skills for that. And then Daleland, or, like, Erebor specifically, is pretty easy to get to just through missions. Like, just go to Trestlebridge, travel, and then head back. Okay, so fingers crossed. 3 more kills. Two more kills. I would just say resources outside the game itself. I actually want to research into it a bit more. If there's a lot of, like, outside, like, game stuff, I think that'd be interesting to maybe do a video about. Find someone in Othrakar who knows about the Secret Stone, so then you go to Estelden. That's interesting. Okay. I'm going to look into that a bit more, because that's just an interesting thing. It says outside the game itself, and that's why I'm interested about. Something special, secret will be available on March 21st. Ah, so if I did that video and released it on March 21st. Be great. Either way, now we're done with the deliver the meat, or like we've just got to deliver it, and then we just need to go to the stone carvers. That's done. That then completes Forsaken of Mordor, which I had somewhere. Forsaken of Mordor, ambassador to the king, which hopefully looks to be a very quick and easy quest. And Reforging a Kingdom. I think Reforging a Kingdom has also got something to do with, like, some reward that I want. I don't know why I say that. It might be an item. It might be like a helmet or something, like an armor piece type situation. It looks like the Legacy of Durin's Folk gives us a helmet, but not the helmet I want. It looks to be a purple, and I want a teal. So I am curious what I remember. It might just be one of those, like, what about Reforging a Kingdom? Like, I don't know. Reforging. Except the fact that I have a video titled that, which is interesting. No idea. We'll find out. It might literally just be something as simple as, oh, you have to do that to get the Trial of Rust. And that's why I'm remembering it. But we'll see. Because like I said before, if I can do some of these quests and get armor pieces that are teals, like I'll just get the agility ones and that way I have them ready. So, because we're going to get to 115 before we get to Northern Mirkwood, most likely. We are including Northern Mirkwood as part of the 115 content, just because it's not an expansion, it's just the quest pack. But I don't want to like split them, basically. I just think it doesn't make sense. So we're going to put those together. So having the ability to just have them, like, have the gear immediately and then just doing the quests, like, it's going to be a while. It also means we don't have to worry about, or as much about, the 112 gear. I think we'll still go for it, because the 112 gear is as good as the 115 crafted gear. But then the 115 like, barter whatever gear, like the stuff we're getting, is better still than that. You up or down? Down. I mean, I could have guessed that because there is no up, but it was more like, are you on the same level as me or are you below me? Okay, and I'm thinking there's one in the middle here. He's probably... No, I thought he would be on the bridge. I'm quite glad he's not. Right, that's finished. And then... dude is here. Okay. Oh, right. I misread it kind of. It says to talk to Ambassador Spackorth before King Thorin III's throne. I read that as talk to him before going to the throne, not before as in like in front of. So even though I had already read the quest and know that that's what I had to do. Okay, so I have to do Forging Trust, which is fine. Dees is outside, and Brathy, I don't know where you are. So... I don't know where you are. Second chamber on the right when entering the hall among the crafting vendors. Spall is the only guy that I, like, remember the name of that he's there. Also, I don't know about the mistrusting dwarves. I don't know if they specifically show up as that.
Stay a moment. Hear my words.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I guess I'll pick this up while I'm here.
All is well, and yet not all.
All is well, but not. I say second chamber on the right when entering the hall. Second chamber on the right while entering the hall among the crafting vendors. So he is in here. Ah, there he is. I didn't see his quest ring. Essays of Old. And you also have another quest. I'm not really going to worry about it too much. So let's get rid of that real quick. And then I also want to find Forging Trust and just check where they are. Though there are no text cues, you need to be close to the mistrusting doors before using the emote. Okay, so they are inside this area, and I think specifically are labeled as mistrusting. So let's try our best. There is a chance that because we're on a horse. Though I do actually remember now, having not done Forging Trust, because I feel like I do that quadruple quest and then I don't do the last one because I'm like, it's taking too long. I think I've seen these and been like, why do you not trust me? So that might be, like, I definitely remember them saying mistrusting. I'm going to do both lower levels first and hope that they are just all in this zone. Not down here, at least. I think all of them that have the little rings above them. Then, so that might be what we look out for. Because sometimes, like, the floaty text doesn't always show up. But the quest ring will always be there. So that is a good little indicator, especially when it doesn't pop in of what we need to do. So there's one over here. And I think there's one behind here that could have been a light. I think it was the light. It's fine. I'm guessing then that we have one more in here. There you are. Okay, this is actually a relatively easy quest. So I should probably remember this being like relatively easy for the next time I need to do a bunch of questing, because not only is this useful, and I'm going to have to do it again a lot, but not only that, but you know, if I can get past that little hump of a last quest, I don't think this is too bad. Like, I have to go talk to Dees, which is fine. Essays of Old. I don't actually know what I'm doing for that one. Collect abandoned dwarf made maces. Oh yeah, so these are just out front. I have actually done that one before, so I'm vaguely remembering some of these. And then basically kill 14 enemies, pretty much. And if that's all it takes to complete this little quest line, I am all for it. Oh no, I definitely have done that, because it's the whole feast thing, and then we gotta wait for the last guy to show up, and he's like not there yet, and you're like, oh, is it gonna be here? And he shows up. Yeah, so I think they're like right out front. I'm like gaslighting myself into thinking I haven't done these quests, where clearly I have, because I'm like, oh yeah, this thing. I think on a general playthrough of a character, I probably wouldn't have done these quests, because I feel like a lot of the time I do end up over leveling. However, I think when we were recording for it, like actually just playing through on Tarvelard, I think I was trying to do as many of them as possible. And I think it kind of felt like the epic. I think I was doing this to catch up on the epic because I was underleveled. So I think I did end up just doing all of these on that character specifically. But I think day to day, like normal character, I probably wouldn't have ended up doing these. Only because in terms of a time efficiency point of view, I feel like the killing the 14, like, or getting 14 of this and getting 14 of that just takes a while. I probably would have just been like, it's probably easier for me to start a new quest line. And because, you know, if you start a new quest line up, then you generally get the easier quests at the start, but you're probably getting about the same experience still. So it's a little bit quicker and easier. I think these guys are on the other side of the path. So I'm looking for one sword, one mace. That's a sword. And then, fingers crossed, a mace is somewhere nearby. Cool. And then we know where Dees is. And then, yeah, we have to kill 14 enemies. Now, I don't know the best way. It might be going back over here to, like, the refugee camp kind of area. Or, like, a little bit below. Possibly. She's a little bit further than I thought she was. Okay, let's go on our war steed. Why not? I'm just kind of thankful we don't have to deal with the very long Gandalf speech quest. Luckily, I've already done that quest. It's kind of lucky and unlucky. So I played through pretty much all the epic. I think I've actually done every single bit of the epic in this character, minus maybe second half of Shadows of Angmar. But it's a good and a bad thing, because it means I have like most places unlocked. I have like, you know, I've done there's nothing locked behind an epic, essentially. It's a couple quests are like, you have to complete this first. But it kind of sucks because it means I'm missing out on like potential tracery tokens that I could get if... Luckily for the later levels, it doesn't really matter, because I wouldn't be doing this if I could just be getting tracery tokens, because the reward for completing this whole thing is a pure luck situation, right? It's the, hey, you might get a legendary you care about. Most likely you're probably not. I'm still on the fence, though, about whether or not I'm going to level up Feybank. Because I've been thinking about this, right, is... Feybank is currently level 6. Or something along those lines. I think Feybank is actually level 3. I could be lying. Because I think I just did it before the Shadow intro and then immediately moved on. But because they're just a banking character, like, it's not something huge deal. I was thinking about getting them to 140, or at least, like... the stage ahead of where Feyrand is, not geared in any way or whatever, or doing content, literally probably just like power leveling them up, just so I could open up the legendary boxes and pre-obtain gear, basically. Like pre-obtain legendary items, because I don't have to put them on, I just have to like be able to open them, basically. Is Rista in the bank? No, outside the bank. I know this is a completely different quest, but I kind of just want to, like...
Beg your pardon.
Do it. Dagran, okay, so that quest is, like, ready to go. And I kind of have to go through here anyway. Going on a Warsteed in Dale is probably the worst idea I've had all day, but we're going to commit. Never mind, I'm not going to commit. I immediately... Okay. The only problem I have with these quests, where it's like kill 14 enemies, is every time I play it, I just want to become a champion. I just want to run into an area and I just want to use like any skill really and just like mow down the enemies. It's just overall a fun time. To be fair, actually, I can complete that other quest if I'm here. Oh no, I killed it by accident. I didn't mean to. Because yeah, the Marauder is... I'll get the extra 2. Get a little bit of rep. And also, on top of that, is the tokens of Lake and Rivers. That's something I do want to get. I don't think they're shared. And I'm not particularly sure what I can spend them on other than the gear, which I guess is something. Token of Lake and Rivers. I know there's the fishing rod, the best fishing rod in the game. That is something we will go for when that does come up as a thing. But I think otherwise, other than the gear, I think the rewards are all the same. And then we're looking at cosmetic pets, which I actually am curious if the pets are different then for different... okay, so the pets are different for each faction. So we're already going to get to Kindred anyway, but that is with all 3 of them. But that is something to keep in mind, is that... yeah, there's something else to keep in mind, I guess. Travel skill, which we're going to have to do all 3 of. So that, again... Wait, actually, no. Wait, all 3. I say all 3. No, it looks like just Guide to Dale. I think that's literally it. Or Muster to Dale, I guess. What else are we looking at? Cosmetic weapons. I don't really think I am that interested in that. Housing items, hobby items, which is just the fishing rod, cosmetic clothing, which I don't think is that interesting. The Thranduil's armor, and the jewelry. I think that is literally all that we want from these. So cosmetics, sorry, the pets are 75 each. So that's what, 150, 225. At least the pets we can trade over. I want 167. I've not really done all that much content, so I think getting that's going to be pretty easy, especially by the time you're kindred with all three. There's no way you're not getting to that many tokens. And I quite honestly don't think it makes sense to like progressively upgrade your gear. Like, there's no point in me getting to like acquaintance and then buying the acquaintance gear and then going to friend and getting the friend gear and whatever. I think it's just we'll get everything kind of straight away. And the 112 gear is going to be good enough for a while anyway, because we're going to have to get kindred for it anyway in the first place. And we got to get kindred with the elves as well, which I have nothing against elves, obviously, but I feel like it's more of a... The elves in this area are my least favorite zone. I like Erebor, I like Dale. Dale, like Lake Town area, is one of my favorites. I do like this area. I do not like this forest. I just don't like the random dark patches. They're a little scary. You know, don't like it. If I can stay as far away as possible, that would be nice. Alright, let's open these up. Yeah, I think it'd be nice to pre-prepare a weapon with an ult, possibly. But at the same time, I feel weird about the idea of having a different warden that's higher level. I mean, for the most part, we are actually just going to be relying on tracery tokens. So if I'm lucky enough to get a reward, it'll be a case of, oh, that's one less tracery token that I have to use. But I think in my head, I'm mentally prepared already to use like 23 tracery tokens at endgame. As much as the concept of it sucks. A lot of reward track stuff. Speaking of reward track, 33, and considering I was gone for a week, that is not bad. Hopefully that's the only like long-ish time that I'm not doing something towards the reward track, because I'm very good at being like, I'm gonna get it done, and then get to like 70 with a week to go, and then really grind out the last week. Whereas I think if I can more casually do it over the 3 months, then I'm not so stressed at the end. Not that I've struggled to get to the end of one. The only reward track I haven't got to the end of technically is reward track 2, and I did get to the end of it. I just forgot to like get it, because I don't redeem it until the very end, and I just do it in one big bulk. And I didn't do that, and then I forgot, and then I didn't play for ages, like for like 3 days, and then I went, oh yeah, reward track. I was maxed on that and I didn't get the items out of it. That sucks. So my bad. I really hope that I mean, I'm pretty sure, I mean, they brought back the Isengard Dispeller gear, so I'm sure at some point we'll get some stuff. I think what would be really cool is this coffer of legendary items. I think the coffer of legendary items should be able to give you an item from the previous reward track. I just think that would be kind of a nice little thing. Also, maybe a reason for some people to actually try and grind them out a bit more. Like, it's just an extra reason. Oh, I should probably get on my goat or my boar. Because for some reason this room is fine, but the next room you can only have a boar in. It's weird. I actually could be wrong about that. All right. So I need to remember these over here. Yeah, I have trivial quest rings on, but it still doesn't show on here. That's
A
odd.
glorious day.
Oh, cool. And also we got to acquaintance. I don't know where the rep guy is. He's here. Yeah. What is that sort of...
Grandsire's beard.
What can we get? Okay. Yeah, so
We are dwarves
at
and the
acquaintance,
folk of Durin.
we can get Return to Dale. And honestly, I might do it. I've been meaning to go through and get a lot more travel skills with all my characters because it does feel a bit of a pain to travel sometimes.
All is well.
And if we can get that, why not? Thorin's armor is acquaintance stuff. I really need to get better gloves, I swear. I'm going to try sometime in the future. Yeah, so that's going to be acquaintancey stuff. We can also get the jewelry, so that's the rings and stuff, but obviously not what we're after for the minute. We're after this stuff. And then ally. We can't go pocket item anyway. Oh, it's respected as well. I didn't realize there was respected stuff. Oh, it's gonna be even further. No, it's fine. We'll survive. We'll get that one day. One day in the far, far, far future. It's a bit of a pain nowadays. You don't get like rep items, so you can't just like grind out rep items. But like, yeah, let me just hold on to. I mean, we do have rep items, I guess. At least where we are with Fairend right now. But even those are a bit of a pain to grind out. We should be Kindred soon. Not even Kindred, we are Kindred. We need to be up to like respected or whatever. Okay, so the Legacy of Durin's Folk. And then that's an instance. And then that finishes that quest line. And I think, I could be wrong about this. This is the final quest line for this. And it makes me think, have I done this quest line on Tarvelod? I want to think I have, because I remember streaming it. And if I've done this quest line on Tarvelod, Tarvelod is probably the next one to like run through this content. Because if on Tarvelod I've done like the... where would it be if I come over here and then we come over to like here? Can I click on one of these, please? Yeah, if I've gone through Thelagoth and I've done this stuff and I've done Lake Town, I've come up here and I've gone up to do this content. If I'm like missing something in Dale, maybe like I might be missing the content down here. But if I've done all of this and I vaguely remember it, but this is my problem, it might be Arkenstone Tarvelod that's done it, not Evernight Tarvelod that's done it. If I've done that, then presumably I just need to run through and complete the 23, 4 quests, whatever, and then get the box. So that might be our next step. I need to take a seat, I think. I don't actually know if it makes us take a seat or not. I feel like I actually fit in here for once. Oh, I've got to investigate. Lighting's a bit weird. Can I investigate it while I'm sat on it? No, I can't. Never mind. Any of you going to tell me this isn't okay? This is totally fine. I'm also slightly floating. So is the food, to be fair, so I don't feel left out. Oh, we got to find the guys. We weren't actually supposed to sit down yet. Oops. I was wrong though, you can get on your regular horse. I don't think they're down the side, I think they are directly ahead. All the way at the bottom. At least I hope so. Otherwise I think I'd look a little bit foolish. Can I go out? Oh, never mind. For some reason I was imagining them in the next room. Why would you let me go this far then? I guess maybe it's easier to assume I'm actually going to pay attention. Oh, I'm so dumb, though, because I know exactly where they're going to be, because I thought I was inviting different people for some reason. They're going to literally just be down here, aren't they? Nope. Not even there. Where are you guys? I have such a weird selective memory, I swear. Hi guys, where you at? Are they over here? I feel like over here makes sense. There's a lot of noise happening. Yeah, there you go. Hi guys, come with me. Thank you. Okay. Then we talk to Glowing. And now I'm trying to find Gimli, Dory, and Nori, which I think are directly down. I think. I hope. Don't make me very wrong a second time. I'm gonna look it up. Don't judge me. East side on the second level. Okay. I definitely knew that, and I wasn't looking it up. I don't know what you're on about. Do not judge me. There you guys are. How you doing? Yoink. And I think I can fall this distance. I also should have used that. I have the skill. This is why this is the perfect class for me, is because it does actually have the skill for it. Obviously it doesn't stop death, but having the fall damage skill is nice. Okay. Now we have to, was it? No, Bomber's here. On his lovely chair of his own. I think we're waiting on Gandalf. Though I've been wrong every time so far. So I clearly don't. Yeah, I don't remember enough. I suppose we waited long enough. Orange, speech is interrupted by frantic shouting echoing from... Oh, never mind. Oh, no. You're not Gandalf. Who is your companion? Oh, it's Nah. Never mind. Not Gandalf. Old enough to probably be. But you know. What's this? Me being wrong again? No surprise. I want to go in this seat instead. Is this blasphemy or something? It's fine. What he doesn't know won't hurt him. He can't see. And Nah can't see me either. So, I mean, like... It's fine. Let's go. I think Emil is just for the thing. Does he get the whole bench to himself? Or is he... I don't know. Okay, right. A lot of talking, not a lot of doing. But what is now done is that quest, which is good because we get some motes or something. That's not really what we're after. And also, I think resistance and resistance, like both of these, I'm pretty sure these are both literally the same item. Or is one might? That's why. One is might, one is agility. So on the motes pile we go. And then to the Ironfall, which is like, you know, significantly better gear because it's technically 116. I think it's significantly better. But it is technically 116, so it's 10 item levels higher. Yeah, obviously now with stat squishes and stuff, everything, it's not as like, oh my god, this is like 5,000 more. But what we do now have as a focus is concerning dragons. The guard at the gates of Erebor. So now we have to leave Erebor to then probably come back in and talk to Thorin, most likely, but okay. It's fine. Not a problem. I do wonder if I should spend some ancient script leveling these up. Like, it's a pretty easy upgrade to 450 if I just upgrade these now rather than waiting to get a teal. But it kind of depends on how many ancient script I have. 1,130, so probably not. It makes sense that I'm quite low because I spent a lot on Feyran's Legendaries as of late, but I do have a load of ancient script somewhere hidden on a character. Yeah. Tracery has a load from the last reward track. I've got Carry More. Carry All should have some somewhere as well. I have a lot of stuff. I need to consolidate a little bit. Problem is, my idea for consolidating would be make a new character, transfer everything to that character, and then send them out to relevant characters. But that's literally what Carry All and Carry More are for. So I don't want to do that. I should send everything to Carry All first. Okay, now I have to go back in as expected. So Rooney, Spal, Throthi, Magzul, and Belger. Belger is the only one off the top of my head I can't think where it is. Maybe Rooney as well. Spal is like by the stairs on the right. Throthi is closer to... No, Spal is, I think, actually at Thorin, I think. Mazgal is the guy we talked to for the ore. Throthi's like in the middle as well. I think. I don't actually remember. I'm going to give up trying to be clever and remembering these things. I'm just going to walk in and keep an eye out for things. Also, I just realized I still don't have my VIP thing, but I can still reforge.
We will reclaim Khazad-dûm by dying Ironforge.
Oh, that's my old stuff. Oh, that's why I didn't reforge, because I'm poor. And I'm poor because I bought 2 of my repaired cloak clasps, I think.
Greetings, friend.
I brought 2 broken cloak clasps. I probably should head back to Bree at some point and try and pick up my my thing. So I can actually have a look at that.
Greetings, friend.
Because I do need 1 more. So Drygok scales is something that I can technically just now get on my own. Like, it is possible. But ideally, it's probably easier to just buy them. Quite honestly. I don't know if he's actually up here. I think Spal is up here, but I don't... Yeah, I think he's like a duplicate. So therefore doesn't count. Or maybe he does count, but because I got the other one, it doesn't count. Doesn't really matter. But Drygok scales are the easiest of it to get, whereas the repaired cloak clasps, I'm kind of just hoping that people sell them. Because I do want all the protector's cloaks at some point. Or all the... it's not called protector's cloak, is it? It's the shimmering... I am surprised there's so many shimmering Isons. Yeah, I need 3 more, and I've got one. I've got 2 thingies, and then I need 1 more. And then I can never use them again, because I probably just won't use them again. There's Bomber. Mazgal, I swear I must have just walked past because he's like earlier in the thing. But he's like tucked away in the side, so I probably didn't see him because of that. It's Throthy that I'm after. What is it going to say? Oh, Mazgal's there. Okay, so I'm misremembering who...
A glorious day.
It does prove that they're around here, though. Maybe the guy just begins with M over the other spot, and that's why I'm thinking of it. Not there. I mean, it was destined to happen. We were destined to be running around looking for some kind of dwarf. I guess one nice thing is it will show the quest ring, supposedly. Because there was a quest ring for that dwarf we just talked to. So it might actually be better for us to pay attention to the map rather than to the actual game. And there's not much going on up that side, so I'm gonna kind of stick to the left for a bit. Could be up there though. Is it you? Are you here? Whoop! There you are. Okay, so I must have just missed you on the way in. Gorsim. Gorsim is like, I swear he's somewhere like down here. Is he not? I feel like that's where he is. But I have definitely proven today that I don't quite know what I'm on about, apparently. Concerning dragons. Second level of the throne room on the west side. Okay. I don't know if he has an instance or something where he like shows us in that corridor-y bit, like that proper hallway, but it sticks out of my head if that was the case. And that's the other guy. Oh, it's that guy. I might be thinking of an epic quest thing. You're wrong. Drink some ale. This has never gone wrong for me, ever. Now I might go check on him and not break my legs. Now he might be down here. I really should just pay attention first, but yes, by the vault, right? Yeah, so I was like 1 quest ahead, I think, mentally. Maybe? On the east side of the entrance hall, up the stairs. Hello. Oh god, my vision's getting slightly drunk. I'm very worried. Trophy. Was he on the west side? I don't remember. No, Trophy's down here. There he is, right there. If this is the one that shows me the vision, that's what I'm messing up.
Greetings, friend. A glorious
I also just
day.
completed a quest deed, so that's fun. 2,000 virtue experience. Nice.
Frothy, a dwarvish lord.
Okay, this is what I was thinking of. Is where you get like the visions.
To examine what remains of the dragon necklace.
Yeah, of Karasgar and Dragon. Feel the poison, it's just gone deep. Just use purge poison. It's great. Or burglar's antidote, but you're not a burglar. I know the poison effect. If this is my doom, cursed for all time with unending pain. Vision slowly fades and you realize your finger has come away from the dragon's tooth. Oh. That happened a while ago. That's the quickest instance. I feel like that doesn't need to be an instance. It's not worth the loading screen. I'm complaining. I kind of. It's fine. Okay, so this is the quest. This is another like rapper type quest, but this is the one we're really after. So, not only do we get the 106 tracery, which is the very exciting, important thing, we do get some Dwarfs of Erebor stuff, but more specifically, well, that is a big deal, but we can get that through other means. But it's like, fingers crossed we get something good out of it. What we're actually after is, I think it's going to be these ones, right? Because Thranduil's Cunning is defensive agility, but Thranduil's Power is what we're after. So this is 340, 171 agility, so it's difficult, again, stat squish and stuff, but compared to what we have on now, which I don't know what that would be called, Tro Extract, let's have a look. So we're looking at Ithilien Pathfinder. So let's just put that into here and compare. Because again, with stat changes, it's actually going to be interesting. So power legs, right? So we're looking at a nearly 100 item level increase, 86 vitality, and a 370 morale. Like 4 essence slot, obviously, but then essence slots here. Because again, this is up to 120, so we can actually use this up to 120 if we just go pure essences, which there is a chance we could do something with that. I don't think that's quite the route we want to go, especially with Light of Arendelle, because we get like Light of Arendelle. Essentially, this is kind of equivalent to having, like, that's just health, which is there. And this is kind of equivalent to having the agility, the fate, the crit, and the Light of Arendelle. Though it depends on what the essences end up being. Like Northern Stronghold, I think is Northern. It might be, it's either Stronghold or Kingdom. One is the box, one is the essence. Yes, Northern Kingdom, I think, is the box. Northern Stronghold is the thing. So if we were to look at like crit, it really does depend on... see, this is the difficulty here. Obviously, it's going to be partially due to, or down to, armor in part, but like that crit is more than that crit. And if I were to go like fate, for example, that is more fate. So do we actually potentially stick with this stuff and have the lower armor when we are already quite a bit over in our armor and just like purely rely on essences for 115? Or like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think the jewelry goes up to 120. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, maybe that is a route we go with. Obviously, we have the armor and we can easily get it back if we got rid of it, but we are going to keep it. Even the vitality, we can jump that on. That's obviously not as much as the vitality we're getting, but we're already getting vitality with the base stats. Agility is another one. 105 it is less, but if we're going to go pure physical mastery, 899. I don't know what the breakdown is anymore for Warden, but that'll be curious. It's something to think about. But at the very least, we are still after the 106 Legendary and also just the armor, because why not? So, there is a couple of quests we need to pick up. So I need to go find... So, Thorog's Legacy and Bregmore's Legacy, I need to go find. So, this request requires... Yeah, cool. Sigrun is Misty Mountains, so that's interesting. And Bregmore's Legacy is Zigaland. Okay, so we've got a kind of... We can head down to Drygog's Bones pretty easily. And then we've got to go to Zigaland. And then we've also got to go to the Misty Mountains. So this is really going to be a test of have we been there before? Getting to Zigglerland on its own is going to be a real pain if we haven't already been vaguely in that zone before. I have 4 mithril coins. This might be a situation where I use a mithril coin to get to Zigglerland, especially because I don't like having 4. 4 is such a weird number. Divisible by 5 and 10, like, that's what I want. I'd rather have 0 than 4. So if I can have an excuse to maybe use up some, that might be a better idea. Misty Mountains I should have been to, and at the very least getting to Rivendell isn't too difficult. But I guess we shall see. Stable Master, we are going to go down to Lake Town. This will be another reason why, if this is done on Tarvelard next, it's going to be quite good for us, and why I might need to set up my other hunter on my alt with some better travel skills. I might have to like spend the time getting some of those travel skills first, just because if I'm going to have to be taking like Tracery through, for example, that hasn't done any of this content previously, and hasn't been to the Misty Mountains and hasn't been to Forakel, that's going to really cause us potential issues. Now, I guess one thing we should do now is remember what buttons do what nowadays, but check on here. So I have not been to Forakel. So that's a bit of a bummer. Misty Mountains, I have been to High Crag, and he isn't at Glowing's camp, I think. Where are you at? No, he's up. Where's Misty Mountains? He's like up there by the eye. Oh, Drygog's bones. I'm so dumb. I'm concerned. That's I mixed up my dragons. For Drygog's bones, visiting the cave entrance will suffice. Okay. Cool. That's not the end of the world. Galtrev is not that difficult to get to, and I will have been there before. Galtrev is a place I do like to make sure I've unlocked, just because Galtrev is a very nice hub zone. And this also gives me a nice excuse to get my VIP stuff sorted.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend? How can I be of service?
Okay. Bomb. And let's keep those. And I think everything else. Anything that's moats, I can keep for the minute. Just until I'm fully certain what I'm doing with it all. I mean, probably just disenchanting them, but I think that's fine. Just 7 more gold to go. Or just trade it over from another character. There we go, finally. So, where's like the most awkward place for me to get to? So, we have to go to Misty Mountains. Okay, I'm going to go Galtrev first, just because it's there. Misty Mountains isn't too difficult, once again. And I think we'll just use a mithril coin to get to Thingy. Which is funny, because I literally made a comment earlier about how I don't like using mithril coins for quests. But here we are. I think it's because on my brain.
The Oakley Rod requires us
So,
to
get to Drygog, I need to go here, which means I need to go to there. Faerand has a... No, Tarvelard actually has a campsite for nearby there, so that's another thing. Oh, and I can't even use my skills. Disgraceful. I'm really curious. If these enemies at 63 have 1,910 morale, I'm really curious what, like, a level 1 enemy looks like. Because I feel like it's going to be 20 morale or something ridiculous like that. Because 1,910 is, like, level 10 for me in my head. Like I said, I'm going to have to go through a couple of my characters soon and just check up on them. Just be like, where am I at this point? Like, I think a stat squash is my, like, something I can use as an excuse to be like, right, cool, well, I'm going to use this time to do something about that. I also want to see return to Minas Tirith, first to Old Honorian, Estelad, Lan, and Dale. Okay. Just trying to think of my plan here. Getting to Zigaland is fine for like doing it the one time. I definitely need to go to Surikala. But I'll muster to there. Using a different character. Maybe that's something I'll spend a little bit of time on some characters doing, is just unlocking a couple of things. Because, yeah, Yonder Shire, it makes sense that I haven't gone to because it released when I was already 140, so it's not a huge deal. Like how I'm missing a couple of Moria ones, I can get it if I rush through. Gladenmere as well, especially, I can definitely understand not having. Karis Galadon? I don't even have any, like, Lothorian stuff except outside. Yeah, I need to just do a little bit of an exploration day kind of situation. So we'll see how that goes. How much of a trek it is to get there. I should try and set up a couple of captains. I think if I set up like 3 captains in these zones, I know it's like not worth the time I'm putting into, like the time I'd put into making characters at that level to get that, like to teleport me, isn't worth it compared to just doing it. But I was thinking about getting a captain to this zone anyway, because it's for the Drygod quest, so something like that works. Oh no, there's some rust, and I haven't discovered this one yet, so I couldn't even like cheese it. Okay, let's then do return to Estelad Lan, because I also want to check 8840. If I'm potentially going to go for like a Moat's Shield, potentially at 115, still undecided. I should definitely be giving in my weekly on here still. Is it you?
Let us hope you bring glad
Wait, do I not have... No, I must have. Have I not? No? Okay. Apparently I don't have that thing unlocked. This one I do, though.
We will defy the enemy
guild
and
leader
take
symbol.
back these lands.
Whole... Should I do that? Do I have the stuff
May
for it?
Faramir guide us to victory.
Eight ingots. It's like a super easy way of getting leveled up. So I might just do it while I'm here. Because otherwise I'm never going to go to another Jeweler's Guild. I really hope I have 15 minutes Ithil ingots somewhere. I do. Cool. Do I have a literally 15? If I have just 15, that's ridiculous. And, like, perfect, in a sense. So what do I have to do? Guild Ithalan Ring. Did you guys really set up not next to a workbench? I really hope you don't. I don't think I have to give it in, do I?
What strange climbs?
I do have to give it in. Well, that's a pain. At least it's 50k.
What strange climbs these are?
It might just be... No. Okay, well, I'll just have to go get more Minas Ithil stuff. But, I mean, I've got the quest there to remind myself now. Okay, so I now need to go to... I mean, where's even the best way to get out of here now? Osgiliath into Minas Tirith into Bree. I think, maybe? I don't know. Funny how this is gonna be my my hardest of this quest line at this point.
How may
It's
I
just
help
not
you,
having
friend?
traveled. Oh, I can just go to Bree from here. That's good. 21st Hall, Oldsburg, Tol Amroth. No, so we'll go to Bree. It's nice that the Osgiliath has like a kind of more centralized hub bit then. I don't have to go all the way back to Minas Tirith and just waste money. And it's South Bree, so that I'll have even more spaces unlocked. Okay. So, I'm going to go to Rivendell Stables. And then we should be able to go to Misty Mountains from there. And then we'll use our Mythor coin. And I hope and pray that that's kind of the end of it. So Glowing's camp, right? I don't know what my Minas Ithil ingots are then. It's not difficult to get more, so that's fine, but still a teeny bit of a pain. Right, and then we got a little bit of a track up there. I wouldn't be surprised if they're actually on Ayrand. Now that I think about it. I could be wrong. Oh, that's my vault. No wonder. I was gonna say, definitely not my inventory. I mean, I have a crafting carryall, so I actually don't doubt that there is some Minas Ithil stuff in there. I think getting Minas Ithil stuff shouldn't be too difficult. Just run around Minas Ithil for a bit. Open some chests. Alright, I always get like lost. Not lost, but I always go up that way forgetting that like you go down this way. It's so weird. I'm really hoping this is just a very simple, hey, go check on the bones, say that there's a bit of rust. Bye. That type of quest. I don't want to be like super running around everywhere. Though I don't know, it's an epilogue, so it's one of those weird like you've done everything already, and it's kind of just like checking on things, but at the same time it is like the end of the quest line, so I don't know. I actually think there is a quest after this. No, it's just the way I'm looking at it is the Thorog's Legacy and Bregmore's Legacy come after, but they're actually underneath. So, which is fine. Oh, come on. Good old war steeds. Always fun. Okay, talk to you. Travel now. And again,
Sigrun,
Fingers
dwarf of
crossed.
the Misty Mountains has seen the Weeping Warrior.
Yep.
And now would visit the corpse of the dead
Hey.
dragon, Thorog.
Thorog. There's some rust. Unmistakable. Some of Thorog's bones are missing. There's a vision. Karosgar is here. There is also a skeleton here. I guess it's like, you know, a big body, but it's like, did we really just leave it there? Okay, so it is as easy as that. The only thing is we're gonna have to like trek back, which is not too bad. Hi guys, I need to come around and kill some of you soon, I think, at some point. That's actually going back like super early in the stream. I was saying how like technically this is my third best geared character, but then I changed it to second best geared. I think Skarshu is my second best geared, like specifically geared character, but I think Renaborn is my second best character overall because of virtues. And I realize I haven't done much virtues, and I really should on this character. Like, even if I go through and just do quests and explorations, I think that's more than enough to pretty happily be done with a lot of this stuff. So now I want to go... So we said we're going to do this. So I said I'm going to go Forakel, we're going to go Zealand, and we're going to travel. Can you buy one Mithril coin? If I can buy one Mithril coin, that's great. If I can only buy 10, I'm going to be a little bit sad. You can buy 5. Normally I wouldn't, but I really do not want... Really? Do I have to... Normally I wouldn't, but I have like done this before, and I do not want to trek back. Honestly, it's like one of the worst like travel things I ever have to deal with. So I'm making a slight exception for once. I really hope he is in Zealand. It said he's in Zealand. Breakmore's Legacy. Right, so he is here. Just where is he? He's here. Right in front of me. It's because he's not got a, like, decent quest ring, right?
Foltri, a dwarf of Forochel,
Now, Bregmore is the one I
has
was
seen the Weeping
kind of
Warrior
thinking of.
and hastens to view the corpse of the dead dragon, Bregmore.
5 Mithril coins for this. But then if I translate it to 50 Lotro points to get a tracery token, or not even a tracery token, a tracery box, it's not actually that bad. And a piece of armor. Wow, that was like really quick. Okay, I wish it was a little bit longer just so I could feel like a little bit more useful. Okay. So finish that, and then the epilogue is finito completo. We want the agile leggings of Thranduil's power in our inventory. Thank you very much. And those are getting traded over to... That is not the right button. This is the right button. We are going to go to Faybank with both of these items in tow. And then we are going to put everything but my jeweler one. So which one's my jewelry? I really need to get through all these hearty crops or just like get rid of them. Okay, so it's the last one's my last one. Cool. So I don't know where I put all this stuff crafting wise. Was it 6, 7? I'm going to say it's here. All but the final one. So let's start from the final one backwards. I might put this on Faybank soon as well, just because is bound to account after all, and is like makes it a little bit easier just to skip that whole process of getting that item. But it is a 130, so we're still 3 level caps away. Which, when I put it like that, is kind of crazy how, yes, Feyrand is a character that has been around for 2 years now, coming up 3 relatively soon. I think. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to think that we are only 2 level caps away. Obviously, by the time we're like up to 115-ish, or definitely by 120. No, sorry, 4. So 115, 120, 130, 140. By the time we're up to like 120, we are most likely going to be up another level cap, which is interesting to think about. So I want to go on Faybank, who should be like level 3. Yeah. Because I just want to do I know I could look at my the plugin thing, but I want to have a look like in person. It's just a little bit easier when you're actually logged into the character to see what you're doing. Okay, so I should have mail from Scarshoe to put in my vault.
How can I be
And then
of
what I
service?
need to do on this vault specifically is I have like chest 1, so I need to be like 105. But 105 is like not really a problem, so it should be 115, 120, 130, 140. And then everything for those respective levels should go in those things. So for 115, I should put this in there. And same for this one, I should put this in here, right? Like that's my next thing. And then everything else should ideally just go in a main chest. But these are 130s, so then these go in 130, right? That makes sense. So is there anything else in here that I have specifically for certain levels at the minute? It's like my cracked Rohirrim ones. This is annoying because I have these cracked ones. I don't have a use for them anymore. It's like these are 121, so technically they're 130 items. I have these, which I don't know what to use them for, except like because I don't have a character that I care about that much in regards to doing all that stuff. And I have a load of these things as well. Yeah, enhancement runes are just like, we'll hold on to them until like we need them. Same with the tracery token incomparable, or you know, are these all tracery tokens? No, these are traceries. I might put these actually on Scarshoe. Like if I take these and I put them on Scarshoe, I've been talking about how I need steel traceries, so that might be a better place to use those, quite honestly. I'll worry about that later though. But yeah, I'm trying to do that a little bit and just like start planning out a little bit more. I need a little bit of money to up my things, but I can just send over a couple gold and fill this, bank space up. The whole point of this character is to have 135 slots in here, and then like 120 in here, and then that's like 250 slots on top of the carry all, carry more. Faybank is specifically for Fayrand only, so that allows me to have at least a little bit more like hold over what I have. I might make him a farmer. I don't know. If I start farming, I can like level up. I don't know. I still don't know if I'm going to level up or anything. I just thought I'd chuck all his cosmetic gear on here because then it makes it feel like I'm playing Fayrand, but I'm not. It makes me feel like it makes sense. All right, though. I don't think we're really going to have enough time to do another set of that. However, I am curious on whether or not Talvellard on this server has completed those quest lines, or what quest lines he's completed, because I know I've done them on a Talvellard. Whether or not I've done them on multiple Talvellards is different. So I've definitely done that content on Talvellard from Arkenstone. Have I not logged out? Whether or not, though, I've done it on Talvellard of Evernight still remains to be seen. So I'm going to jump on him, and I just want to have a little look through the... this is where I find out I've done it. Yeah, this is where I'm going to find out that I've done it on this character, like the entire epilogue. But if I look up Trail of Rust, I should be able to see. No, I haven't done that. That's interesting. Okay. Or at least I didn't name a video. I normally was just titled videos the name of the quest. So if I haven't put Trial of Rust, then I probably have not done it, like at least the epilogue on that. Okay, so I'm back. We're in Entwood because I've been in Entwood for a while. Because I was getting my pear tree stuff done. So let's open up this. And we're going to have a little look at Erebor. Okay, looking at it, I haven't done any Erebor stuff. Oh no, maybe it's after the epic. No, I haven't done any Erebor quests. What about Dale Lens? How about this? We find... if I look up supply? No. Aaron Lascalan. So I haven't done any of that. Oh no, Aaron Lascalan, Howling Wolves. Okay, interesting. I feel like Tarvelard is the character that I would end up taking through all the content to get to Kindred at the minute. So I might end up doing that just because I'm more comfortable with the character as a whole. So that might be what we do there. And I'm actually curious about all these now. Yeah, 1,673. Yikes. It feels so low. Yeah, so I think, especially if I haven't started any of it, then we're going to have to go through, obviously, and do that. And it's going to take a little while. So it's definitely going to be a long process. But I think if we do that in the background while we do all the other stuff, I think we're fine. I am actually curious, though, if... return to camp. I really hope this takes... it takes me to Thrall's Comb. Okay, so let's go to Camp of the Host. I want to try and just see... Because I haven't done, like... anything difficult. Like, I haven't actually attacked anything that was difficult today, and although this content isn't difficult that I'm about to do, it is something we need to do, and kind of like I've been doing it enough that I know how it should feel, and I should be able to tell, like,
these are troublesome.
I should be able to tell if it's harder or the same or easier potentially, and also it gives me an excuse to get more items for my remaining stuff. Also, I really need to craft some items up, so I need to do that at some point. My Honorian herbs of the West cook stuff. So, is it you?
Let us hope you bring glad tidings.
That's the Fellowship one, right? Just check.
Will you hear my
okay.
plight?
I couldn't remember which one had which. So, I want to go in there.
Evil spoils these grounds.
The Rangers of Ithilien have sent you to
so
drive enemy forces
I'm curious
out
on,
of
like,
the caverns of Skoyronk, and so
Xperia, or like 116k. Obviously, this is a Fellowship thing, so they have the same morale as I do. I don't know, actually. It has been quite a while since I've actually done it, but I feel like this feels about the same. I guess one lucky thing is because we've streamed it so often, when we were focusing on it more, we can actually see, like, health before and after. Now, obviously, this is lower level content, but it is Fellowship, so that's kind of like putting it on the same tier as, like, this is what I'd maybe expect 140 solo content to be, or like less than, to be fair, but like gives me a gist of it. I should pick these up when I've got the Fateful Toolkit on, really. At the very least... Oh, I need to check, actually. Who is it that gives me my jewelry? My earrings? Provisioner, right? I'm pretty sure it's Provisioner. Yes, okay. So I should be focusing on the Provisioner stuff when I get my reward in. Okay, these guys... Another reason I'm looking at this is I'm concerned that the stat squish happened, but some stuff wasn't, like, affected. You would think across the board everything would be affected, like all the calculations for stuff would be, you know, rather than hard-coded in. But yeah, I'm curious. I felt like we were killing stuff quicker before. Yeah, 11k seems like more where it should be at. So I understand these are like signature enemies though. I guess I know the boss had 1 million morale. So it'll be a case of if the boss has 1 million morale, I don't think the morales for this have changed. But also, I think they might be damaging less anyway. I feel like I would take more damage by now. Just very curious now. Come on, you can't do that to me. Oh, I got a bit of salt, that's good. Salt and provisions are the two things we are really after from this, so ideally that is the outcome. I still think it's really annoying you can't trade rep items for another rep item. I really think you should be able to. Like, I should be able to... I know it doesn't really make sense, but I should be able to swap, you know, a metal scrap for a salt or a salt for a metal scrap, but like... Because what if I'm just kindred with one and otherwise it's taking me forever? At least I'm stocking up on some of my recipes. That's all good. Yeah, as I said, with the whole stat squish, I'm hoping it is actually done. Obviously, it's been a week, and I feel like major issues might have been fixed, or maybe it will be coming tomorrow. But I hope there isn't a piece of content that's like just been forgotten about and like left super over, like impossible because, you know, it's just expecting a lot more out of you. All right, let us get through here. I think one other thing I want to do is I really would like to... Oh, no, 37.0.1. Interested on what's coming up for that, but I what was I saying? Oh yeah, no, I'm really interested to go like debris or something and just see what you know, an enemy over in Combe looks like. I'm also really interested in what a like Heartseeker attack does, like Heartseeker but with Burn Heart and, you know, camouflage and all that jazz, because we knew roughly where we were at before, and that will give us another good gauge of where we're at. Definitely feels like I'm doing less damage though. Curious actually, am I still... I'm not... I'm under cap on tactical or physical mastery. My finesse is quite high though. Which is fine, because I think I have a couple essence slots available. Like, I can upgrade a few, like this Humble Delver's one I can change for a Lively, I'm pretty sure I've gotten it. Or a Winter's one. Like, I have stuff that I can trade out for, which is nice. Taking a decent chunk of damage. I'm also really curious on, like, Throne, for example. Is Throne potentially going to be easier to manage because of certain ways they've done stops and stuff? But yeah, I'm interested in these like release notes of like why stuff happens. Hunter class threat modifiers now been fixed. Steering heat damage from eye oils have been fixed. Okay. Oh, I got a ranger's provision recipe. That's pretty nice. Corrected low outgoing healing gear. In order to compensate for minor loss in play damage due to the conversion of bonus damage from skills into weapon damage, weapon-based damage varies have been reduced from 40% or 45% to 25% of weapons. Increase the damage flow of all your skills a moderate amount when you do not critically hit. Okay. So there might be a teeny bit of damage increase with some things. Interesting to see. I feel like this is taking longer than it normally takes. Like, definitely is taking long. I know I'm like sort of standing around chatting a little bit, but this has taken longer than a normal run would take. I can go actually into here and we can see. Yeah, normally it takes me like... We'll actually be able to see, right? So we'll put that on. We've got the timer. So we've been in 9 minutes right now. It might be because I'm just more self-conscious about it and thinking about it now, but we can have a look at the end at the time remaining and then roughly see where we would be at that time. I also really need to find more of these ranger belongings because I know there's normally a lot in the final room, but I don't want to be trekking back through this zone trying to find another one. There we go. I'm actually getting quite a lot of salt drops, which is quite nice. So far, I'm on 3. I don't have any provisions left, but I do have the provisions recipe, which is something. I just don't have the items for it. Though I could look in a minute. I haven't got the VIP thing, which I should have really picked up. I shouldn't die. It's just more... I don't have to repent my gear otherwise. But, I should have a look if anybody's selling Dagglelad stuff. Okay. So these guys die quick enough that my rain of arrows should do it. Yeah. It's got to be something to resist. The fact that rain of arrows just did 56,000 damage. And that's like half these guys' morale. Okay, I need to come in for the ranger's belongings. But I'm worried about aggroing the same way I used to. So. Again, it's probably just me getting in my head a little bit. Also, the fact it's lagging suddenly has me also concerned. Because lag plus taking more damage than I normally do is just not a good combination. Turning into a turn-based RPG over here. I like how I've been traveling across the entire game on Scarshoot at this point, and it's been fine. The moment I step into a cave with Tavella, it's like, nope. Not happening. Okay, I might die. There's a chance. Only because of the lag. Because if I'm getting attacked but I can't like do anything, then like what am I supposed to do? Like yeah, I don't think that was the necessarily a damage output issue, more a enemies are able to attack me but I'm not able to attack them kind of situation. Because I was trying to use my health, my morale pots. I was trying to heal out of the purge poison because I thought maybe I could sneak it in. It was not having it. You do not want to even think about letting me get away with that, which is a little bit annoying. At least we can just run straight back. I kind of wish as you got through, it would break down the walls or something, or like you could break them down. So, because this again is supposed to be a fellowship thing. This one specifically, like it would be nice if I could break down this wall or something. Like when I get here, I could break it down from one side, and then I missed something. And then through that, I'd be able to, if our fellowship died, we could then go through and like take a shortcut type situation. I think that'd be quite nice. But hey, it's not current content, so nothing is gonna ever get done about it. I know that probably critted, but it's like weird having it be like, yeah, your max damage is 35k, and then you do 66k. It's like, is my max damage that much? I feel like damage on tooltips is not even like really a useful thing, because yeah, you can compare two skills to each other and go, this one's technically better. But I feel like it's never actually truthful. It's because there are more enemies in here as well. I feel like... I don't know. Okay, this is officially now taking me longer than it's ever taken me, on top of dying, which I've never had happen before in this quest. So... Not dying again. Not happening. Okay. So I need one more Ranger belonging. And we're done there. God, this quest feels like a slog now. I need to look into earrings again. I really don't know if those are going to be useful at the minute even. It's those ranged enemies that also take me out. I'm allowed to be a ranged character. Enemies, not. Can I see this guy yet? I need to find the boss. Really curious how much morale he has. Is he walking around? Okay, I need to take this guy out and then have a little look around. Where is he at? So 400,000. So his morale has gone down. I can actually be a little bit sneaky here if I can get close enough. Okay, so if I take these 3 guys out here, right? He's like out of my range. If I can get close enough to just like Heartseeker him, I should in theory be able to just one-shot him. I don't really have to worry other than that, because you don't have to get the chest. And I don't need to otherwise take on these guys, really. So, bomb. I really hope I one-shot him. This is also a very good way of us seeing what that max hit potentially is. Wow, that was pitiful. Okay, I'm just gonna let them kill me. Because I really don't think it's that important. I'm just really curious on like how much damage I did. Problem is, it's gonna take forever for them to actually like kill me, I think. Yeah, because it's just filling up my my thing. Finally, right? Okay, at least it took a while for them to kill me, but that took 20 minutes, and so that's the longest that's taken us ever. On top of dying once. Yeah, I don't know how I feel. I'm quite glad I'm pretty much like done with that anyway though, so I can just like not have to worry about this content. But so it brings me to the idea of in Bree.
What do you need?
I could even go to Mossward and see like what a Mossward enemy looks like. $87. I still feel like that's like weirdly high, considering like level 50 enemies were like 60 enemies were 1,900, like 20 times that. I guess that's maybe. I'm then super curious about like a 140 enemy. I feel like this area is more 140-ish. How much morale do you have? So the fact they have 58k. A 135 has 58,000. 29,000. And yeah, I understand that their fellowship. I'm just weird. I'm trying to think. If I... What's like a... Let's go to school at 140.
The school at Thom Mirdine was once a pinnacle
This is
of
a
learning
3-man,
during
right?
the age of the Noldor, but it has now fallen into disrepair and is overrun by the minions.
Yeah,
of
I think
Sauron,
that scaling's
who
weird
seeks
on it.
greater knowledge of the rings of power.
Because this should be like... That's kind of what I expect. And obviously, yeah, I'm doing more damage because, like, percentages or whatever. Like, I'm not going to actually do this whole thing, but... I can't do it in combat. Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm really curious to compare that to before. And see if that's changed or not. Yeah, because if this... Obviously, this is just a whatever enemy, but... If they were like 60k and then a, you know, 105 ends up being 100k, 200k? What's a 6-man thing? What's Black Graves is 6-man if I go in it, right? I want to have a look at morale for a 6-man.
Before the fall of Cardolan, in the aftermath of the war,
I'll like just straight up die because
the great
obviously, but
that followed, countless dead were laid to rest in
yeah.
mass burials among the stones of a ruined temple of the Edine.
It's just weird. Like a 146 man is the same, a rough, like in some cases less morale than a 105 6-man.
And those centuries of abandonment, none save the most unwary.
All right, though. I think I am gonna leave it at that for tonight.
Rouse the Barrow Whites from their slumber.
Because I do have
long ago.
some stuff to otherwise get done. I at least got that done, and now I have like the... So I've gotten the stuff done for the legendary thing. So at least we kind of have a gauge on where we're at with how long that's going to take. I'm a little annoyed about this questline thing, this fellowship one, being potentially buggy. We'll see what it's like tomorrow, actually. It could be fixed. Or it could just be a damage output thing or something along those lines. I will see what that's like, because I'm curious. But at the very least, we don't necessarily need to do the fellowship version. I think we have to do it once for a deed. I actually could be wrong about that. So let's go into this, and then it's like... Is it Gondor? And it's here. So... I don't think, to my knowledge, we have to do... all of them. Enemies beneath. Enemies beneath. Yeah, I don't think you have to do the fellowship one. I think you can get away with just doing the solo one. And if not, I'm sure we can sort of help ourselves vaguely slowly get through it. There's no sort of rush. But yeah, I think we'll probably stick away with not doing the fellowship as often as we can. I don't think we really need to now. I think a lot of it is just crafting and then going from there. But hopefully it's not too bad for the rest of it. Anyway, though, I'm going to go. Fingers crossed I can get the remaining provisions done relatively quickly. A case of just running around picking up some more plants for the most part, just to get the journals. I have the recipes, just not the journals at the minute, which is my bigger issue. And then we can get that done. Hopefully get our earrings, and then it kind of feels weird because we're going to get the earrings, and then we just got to like basically move on. We are going to do some Slayer deeds, but that's going to be like a more behind the scene thing. But like once we get the earrings, we like immediately move on, and yeah, it just feels a little weird. I'm gonna try and do more Trial of Rust though, or Trail of Rust. I keep calling it Trial of Rust, and also maybe try out Delvings, see how my Delvings do with this whole stat squish thing, because again, that's probably my best way of getting legendary tracery tokens. Quite honestly, if my luck stays the way it's been the last times I've done them, I've been pretty good at getting them. But yeah. Still need to get used to the stat squash. That's kind of my main takeaway from this.
Would you do something for me?
So, yeah. I mean, if I can do a delving at tier 7 and it's less morale than that instance, I feel like it's wrong. But I guess we'll see. Also, the lag is becoming a problem, so I don't want to be sticking around too much more with that being an issue. But, yeah. I'm going to go now. Thank you for coming along. I do apologize for the long in-between for the streams. Hopefully, if the servers are up a decent time tomorrow, I can stream. Thursday, probably not, because I do have some work stuff on. And then I'm not sure about Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But hopefully, as of, like, next week, we should be back on, like, more of a regular schedule, just because holidays are done with and stuff. And from the 18th, actually, to the 30th, I'm off from work, so... I should be hopefully able to stream a little bit more there. and maybe make a new character and get some stuff done once I've done a little bit of a purge of characters. But enough rambling for me. As I said, thank you all for coming along, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.